I have created the best two-way ISO lockdown build in NBA 2K25. If you guys are looking for a build that can shoot the lights out from literally anywhere on the court, dribble with the fastest dribble moves and snap ankles, finish at the rim at the highest level possible, all while still having a 92 perimeter defense and a 91 steal, you have found the right video for you. As well as I will show you guys how to upgrade this build so you know what you're doing when you create this build. Also, if you guys want a chance to win NBA 2K25, I'm giving away an Xbox copy of the game, and all you have to do is make sure you drop a like and hit that subscribe button and follow me on either Instagram or Twitter, and after that I will select the winner within the next couple days. But with all that being said, let me show you guys the best ISO lockdown build in NBA 2K25. Alright y'all, now it is actually time for me to show you guys how to make this build. Now once you guys have made it into the My Player Builder, you'll be greeted by this screen right here, and all you have to do is select an empty slot, then you guys will actually be in the My Player Builder. Now after that, you'll be greeted by this screen right here where there's three templates: the create your own template, Pro Toon builds, and the NBA builds. I've explained this in all my other build videos, but the Pro Toon builds are builds that are made by professional 2K players. But if you guys want to create my actual build, you actually have to select the create your own template. And after you select the template, you'll see this right here where you have to fill out your first, last name, handedness, and jersey number for your build. Now this doesn't matter, just go ahead and put whatever you want to. I go handedness right, but let me know what you guys go in the comment section. And then for jersey number, obviously doesn't matter, just pick whatever you guys want to. And then after that, you have to actually select the custom template of your build. Now for the position of this build, you can go whatever you want to, but I go point guard on my build. But if you guys want to be placed as shooting guard or small forward, you guys can go ahead and do that. But me, I go point guard on my build. Just literally go whatever your personal preference is. If you want to be placed as shooting guard, go shooting guard. If you want to be small forward, go small forward. Me, I like to go point guard because at the end of the day, I'm gonna use this for park, rec, and pro-am, so I want to be at the point guard position. But then after you select your desired position, it is now time for the height of this build. Now for the height of this build, you guys want to pay attention here. For the height, I actually went 6'6" on this build because I like to have my lockdown builds a little taller, and I still want to be able to get all the dribble moves on this build. And if you go 6'7" on this build, you won't get a 92 ball handling with this build. So yeah, I went 6'6" on my build. You can change whatever you want to personally, but I went 6'6". And then after that, for the weight, I really just dropped my weight all the way to 180 pounds because I want to be as fast as possible, because at the end of the day, I'm dribbling, I'm the ball handler, so I just want to be as fast as possible. But you can choose whatever you want to. If you want to put strength on this build, you can, but you're gonna have to sacrifice some attributes later. So yeah, make sure you guys go and do whatever you want for the weight. I like to go minimum weight so I can be the fastest as possible, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be dribbling on this build. Now it is time for the wingspan of this build. Now one thing I will say is I'm gonna show you guys the first version here, and this is the version I would actually make on this build. Now if you want better shooting on this build, you're gonna have to make the second version, but for the first version, I'm gonna show you guys the version I would make with all the cap breakers and things like that. So yeah, for the first version, I'm gonna go over the version I would make, and I definitely recommend you guys going. So for the wingspan of the first version, I would go a 7-foot wingspan. This is so that we can actually unlock the 99 perimeter defense and the 99 steal on this build. So if you guys do plan on grinding out all the cap breakers, you will be able to achieve those ratings with those cap breakers and stuff like that. So yeah, I went a 7-foot wingspan, so because I do plan on grinding all the cap breakers. So yeah, I went 7-foot wingspan, but later I'll show you guys a shorter wingspan version with more shooting. But then after you guys choose the position, height, weight, and wingspan of your build, the custom template is pretty much complete. And then after that, you're gonna press continue, and you'll see this screen right here, which is for the attributes of this build. But before we move on, with the NBA and NFL season approaching, I want to put you guys onto Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is the easiest way to make money while watching your favorite players, and if you sign up using my code, you'll get special offers like Travis Kelce at 0.5 yards, Dak Prescott at 0.5 yards, or even LeBron James at 0.5 points. Plus, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100 when you use my code. So click the first link in the description, sign up using code 3ball, and let's make some money. Now the My Player Builder is split into 6 different categories: finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense, rebounding, and physicals. And the first category we're gonna go over is our finishing category, and specifically we're gonna go over the driving dunk. Now like I said, this is my version of this build with the cap breaker. So what I need you guys to do for the driving dunk is go up to an 84 for the driving dunk, and I'm gonna explain this in a second. So basically for the 84 driving dunk, if you add 3 cap breakers that you get at starter 5 to your driving dunk, you will be able to get an 87 driving dunk, and you will get a 1 pro contact dunk on this build. And I find that 87 driving dunk is good, especially on an ISO build. You're not gonna be hunting for contact dunks, but you still want to be able to get at least 1 animation. So 84 dunk with 3 cap breakers will turn it into an 87 driving dunk. And one thing I do want to say is we will get silver posterizer on this build once we get those cap breakers, but in order to do that, we actually need to come down to our vertical and go ahead and upgrade that to a 75. This is so that when we actually do unlock those cap breakers and put our driving dunk to an 87, we can get silver posterizer on this build as well. As you guys can see on the right, it says 87 driving dunk and 75 vertical for silver posterizer, which is our next upgrade. And once we get our cap breakers, we add 3 to our dunk, and then we'll get that 87 driving dunk for silver posterizer and that pro contact dunk animation. And then after that, that is pretty pretty much it for the driving dunk of this build. Now, you won't be able to get contact dunks off the rip, but when you get those cap breakers, you will be, so don't worry about that. And then the next thing for the finishing is the standing dunk, and you're gonna put this all the way up to a 40 standing dunk. This is so that we can actually unlock the LeBron James dunk animations, which is at an 84 driving dunk, 40 standing dunk, and it's like a 65 vertical. And then also we get a standing dunk animation on this build as well. And why would you not want a standing dunk animation if you can get one? You can go up to a 45, but you will have to sacrifice something later. So yeah, make sure you guys go and go a standing dunk over 40 if you guys want my version of the build. But after that, that is pretty much it for the finishing category of this build. But next we're gonna go over the shooting category. Now for the shooting category, I told you guys this build will be able to shoot, and for my version of this build, I actually went to a 3-point rating of an 85. Now I went to a 3-point rating of an 85 so I can unlock silver Deadeye, bronze limitless, and then that silver set shot specialist. Now one thing I do want to mention is we will be able to get silver limitless range on this build, and all you have to do is add a max +1 badge perk to this, and then after that you'll have silver limitless range. Or if you want a Deadeye on gold, you can do that as well. But yeah, you can choose really whatever you want to put that max +1 on. I put mine on limitless range just so I can get that on silver. I can shoot from deeper, or you can use it on any badge you want to. So yeah, make sure you guys know of that. But if you guys don't have that max +1, it's all right. Bronze limitless range is more than enough. And if you guys want more shooting, obviously make the second version of this build. But for the first version of this build, I went an 85 3-pointer so I can get that silver Deadeye, and then with the max +1 I'll have silver limitless range. But then after that, that's pretty much it for the shooting category. If you want mid-range, you can. It's a little bit expensive, so you will have to sacrifice something later down the line in this build. So yeah, me, I just went a 3-pointer of 85 for my shooting category. And as for the free throw, if you want free throw, go to upgrade this. But for the purpose of this video, I didn't upgrade it at all. But now it is time for the next category, which is the playmaking category, and you want to pay attention here as well. The first thing we're going to go and edit in our playmaking category is our ball handling, and we're going to put that all the way up to a 90 ball handling. Yes, a 90 ball handling, not a 92. Let me explain in a second. The reason I went 90 ball handling instead of 92, like I said earlier, I'm going to be unlocking cap breakers on my build. So I started 3, you get 5 cap breakers. I'm going to put 3 on the driving dunk and then 2 on the ball handling so I can get a 92 ball handling on this build. And right now I started off with a 90 ball handling instead of an 89. This is so that we can actually have enough cap breakers for our dunk rating. And this is so that I only have to add 2 cap breakers so I can get the 92 ball handling. And I'll also start off with gold handles for days as well on this build. So that's going to help out as well. And then next for your speed with ball, what I need you guys to do is I need you guys to go ahead and max this out all the way up to an 86 speed with ball. Now this is so that we can unlock that gold lightning launch badge at the right you guys see there. This badge is super important, and you might actually be able to get this on Hall of Famers with that max +1 extender perk as well. So you guys can choose wherever you want to for that perk. That's all your choice. So yeah, make sure you guys go ahead and copy this. Do not go anything less than an 86 speed with ball in this build, because that gold lightning launch is super important when it comes to the speed with ball. So you don't want to be slow with the ball and stuff like that. So yeah, 86 speed with ball, 90 ball handling. Make sure you guys copy that down for my version. And then the last thing for the playmaking category is the pass accuracy. Now for the pass accuracy, I had to sacrifice something if I wanted the defense on this build. So I went and sacrificed the pass accuracy, and I just put that at a 71 so I can get silver dimer. Now some people may even go 70, or some people may even go higher and go 75 or 80, whatever you want to. If you do plan on playing record pro, I definitely recommend you guys go higher on the pass accuracy. But yeah, for me, I'm going to be playing mostly park and a little bit of pro-am, just a little bit. So I think I could get away with a 71 pass accuracy. Now this is your build at the end of the day. This is just my version. Use this build as a template if you want to. So yeah, I had to sacrifice something, so I sacrificed pass accuracy because it was an expensive stat in the builder, and I think I can get away with a 71. But then after that, that is pretty much it for the playmaking category. We checked all the boxes. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the playmaking category. But now it is actually time for my favorite part about this build, which is the defense. Now the defense on this build is insane, and the first thing I need you guys to go to edit on the defense is your perimeter defense, and put that all the way up to a 92 perimeter defense. Yes, 92 perimeter defense, and we will unlock basically every defensive badge on gold. Right now it's not on gold because you guys see we have to actually upgrade our speed and agility, but we'll do that in a second. But yes, a 92 perimeter defense is going to be crazy. You're going to be clamping everyone when it comes to the 2s, 3s, whatever. You could play lockdown on this build if you honestly wanted to. And then with the cap breakers, if you plan on using your cap breakers on defense, you will be able to get 99 defensive stats for those legend badges as well. So yeah, that is pretty much it for the perimeter defense. Keep that at a 92 and then cap breaker it if you want to. And then for the steal, you can actually go to the steal of a 91 on this build so that we can actually get those gold steal badges. And if you cap breaker this, you can actually get legend steal badges as well. You guys see right there, we get gold glove on this build and gold interceptor. And one thing I will say, as of right now, passing lane steals are overpowered. So you will be getting a lot of lanes with this gold intercept, and you will get some good on-ball steals with this gold glove. And you could actually cap breaker this if you want to and make it Hall of Fame as well with those 5 cap breakers that start at 3. Or if you plan on getting all of them, this build is just going to be all around. But yeah, 91 steal for those gold steal badges. If you cap cap breaker, you can get it higher. But just take a look at this build so far. We basically have everything on this build. We have finishing, we have shooting, we have playmaking, and we have defense as well. I'm telling y'all, bro, this build is actually crazy. But then after the steal and perimeter defense, we're actually going to come down to our block, and we will have block on our build, and you're going to upgrade your block all the way up to a 74 block. And then what you're going to do is you're going to actually put the interior defense on 60. This is so that we unlock the bronze paint patroller badge, which you can't get on silver as well, because you will get that max +1. So yeah, you can get silver paint patrol on this build, which is basically like rim protector or anchor of last year. So yeah, we will be able to get silver with the max +1, or if you don't have that, you will be fine, because this bronze paint patroller is very important. You still will get stops as long as you have your hands up in the paint. So yeah, make sure you guys go and copy this down for the block, because we don't want to be getting bullied in the paint. Even though we have that good perimeter and steal, we still don't want to be getting bullied in the paint or getting ISO'd and then get took to the rack and stuff like that. So yeah, make sure you guys go 74 block and a 60 interior. But then after that, that is pretty much it for the defensive category. We'll come back to this later and add some more later once we get the physicals situated. But now it is actually time for the physicals of this build, and like I said, this build will be able to play defense, so we will have some pretty good physicals. For the speed category, I just went at 83 speed, because speed is actually how fast you run without the ball and how fast you run around the court. So you don't need this when it comes to the perimeter defense aspect of things. So I just keep mine at a 83, and I find that 83 speed is really good. 83 to 85 is really good. Don't go any lower than that. But then for the agility, this is actually where we're going to increase it. We're going to come and put our agility all the way up to an 85. This is so that we can actually get those gold defensive badges like I just showed you guys earlier, because look, if we come back up to the perimeter defense, we have all the gold defensive badges right here, and we also have that Hall of Fame off-ball pest. But yeah, y'all see it right here: gold challenger, gold on-ball menace, and gold pick dodger. But yeah, make sure you guys put your agility to an 85 on this build, so that we can actually shuffle our feet on defense, because agility is actually tied to defense. You guys see right there, affects how fast the player moves and accelerates without the ball, short bursts, and moves laterally. So agility is actually very important when it comes to defense. But after that, the build is pretty much complete. You can put the remaining stats on what you want. I actually just put on interior defense and put that all the way up to a 69, and then put my offensive rebound to a 26, and then boom, this is the completed build right here. Now you guys can see this build is all around. We get contact dunks with the cap breakers. Right now we don't get them, but we still can finish at the rack. We get a good 3-point rating of an 85. We get a good playmaking on this build. We can dribble and break ankles, all that type of stuff, pass the ball. We can play amazing defense on this build. Y'all can see it right there, and our physicals are good as well. And as well as these are all the takeovers you can actually unlock on this build. It's not too many takeovers, but this build is all around, so you should be fine with like the 3-and-D takeover, spot up shooter, or the claw takeover, whatever you guys want to. But yeah, that is the first version of this build right here, something that I would make here. But then as for the shades and the build name that we get, you guys see we have shades of Lonzo Ball, Jalen Suggs, and Derek Harper. And then the build name that we actually get on this build is actually a two-way inside out ISO creator. So yeah, this is the first version of this build that I would make with all the cap breakers. And if you guys would change something on this build, let me know what you would change in the comment section. But now let me show you guys the second version of this build with more shooting. All right, y'all, it is actually now time for me to show you guys the second version of this build. Now the only thing different is the wingspan on the second version when it comes to the custom template, and the wingspan of this build will actually be 6'10". This is so that we can get the 92 ball handling off rip and better shooting with the cap breakers. So yeah, make sure you guys go 6'10" wingspan for the second version. And then after that, here are the attributes of this build. I'm gonna go and explain what has changed. Basically, what has changed is on this build, you will not be getting contact dunks, but you will get an 89 3-pointer with the cap breakers, and you'll also get a 92 ball handling off the rip. Now you guys can see, even with the cap breakers on this build, we will not get contact dunks because our driving dunk is an 84, but our vertical actually dropped to a 65. There's no way, unless you unlock all 15 cap breakers, that you can actually get contact dunks on this build. But then the plus side to this build is you actually get better shooting, because with the cap breakers you can unlock an 89 3-pointer, so you can get silver limitless range, which you can use the +1 to that as well and make it actually gold. And then you'll also get gold set shot specialist and silver shifty shooter on this build, so you can shoot fadeaways as well. So yeah, this will be the version with the better shooting. And then next, you guys can see we get the 92 ball handling off the rip on this build, but we had to sacrifice contact dunks in order to be able to get the 92 ball handling off the rip. As well as the defense is pretty much the same. I think the interior defense is just a little bit higher, but then yeah, after that I just threw the rest on the offensive rebound. But yeah, this is the second version of this build. If you guys don't like contact dunks, don't want them at all, and want more defense, want more shooting, and want more ball handling, go to make this version of this build. As well as these are all the takeovers that you can unlock on this build. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the same amount of takeovers, so we do get pretty decent takeovers on this build as well. But yeah, this is the second version of this build. If you guys don't want contact dunks and want the 92 ball handling off rip and better shooting when it comes to the cap breakers, go ahead and make this version right here. But as for the shades and the build name of this second version, you get shades of Jalen Suggs, Lonzo Ball, Derek Harper, and you also get the same name, which is a two-way inside out ISO creator. So yeah, this is the second version of this build. Let me know what you would change in the comment section, or let me know which version you would actually make. But now that I showed you guys two versions versions of this build, the attributes. Let me go ahead and show you guys how to actually upgrade this build. All right, y'all, it is actually now time for me to show you guys how to upgrade this build, and this is how I would upgrade it right here. Now, I'm using the second version of this build, so for all my people that made the second version, this is a really good base, and for all my people who made the first, it's pretty much the same, just go to adjust a little bit. Now, quick disclaimer I want to make, I'm an 85 overall, so I really can't upgrade too much. I don't have rebirth just yet, so yeah, this is what I would go to upgrade. You don't have too much to work with, but this is a pretty decent balance of everything. You get a little bit of everything in each category, so yeah, make sure you guys go and copy this, use this as a template, and also let me know what you would change in the comment section. I'm interested in knowing. But yeah, if you guys want to know how to upgrade this build when you're 85 overall to be a little more all around, this is what I would upgrade right here. But that is pretty much it for today's video. I showed you guys 2 versions of this build and actually how to upgrade it as well. And if you guys want to enter my giveaway, like I said in the intro, just make sure you guys go and drop a like and hit that subscribe button, as well as if I did help you, just make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. But with all that being said, it's been your boy 3Ball, and I'm gonna catch you on the next one, man. Peace.